We have here is a lamp, an older lamp that we've had for probably 20 years or more. Just recently, this socket, this is what holds your bulb in, burned out for some reason. I don't know why. So we're going to replace this whole piece. And since my wife really wants the same colors and keep it through all out, we're just going to replace the entire cord, the whole socket, everything inside. So first thing I did is if I turn this over, you'll see this bottom piece connects to the top with a screw right here and a screw right here. Real simple, easy, it just comes apart. So the next thing though, it's got this little locking collar on here. Okay, I'm just going to spin that off and that'll loosen up this the socket in this cord, and I should be able to take that apart. So let me see what size. Normally I would say it's going to be probably a 12 millimeter. I don't have one with me just right now, so I'm just going to use some pliers. And it shouldn't be on there very, very tight, just like that. And that should pull it out. If not, it could have a locking, a locking nut on the other side too. These are pretty easy to work on. You don't have to have a whole lot of electrical knowledge or anything. I just take them apart and figure out how to do it. So, all right, so you have two different size posts in this little kit. Just depends on which one you want to use, how high up you want your socket to sit with inside your lamp. I'm just going to use this long one. You're going to take your existing wire with these two clips on them and run it through the center, and make sure that you have this screw on this post at the same time. Then you're going to take your washers here and I'm going to put them on this. So that what is happening is, so I'm making sure that this is on the bottom. These washers are going to be on this side of the post. This will be the bottom side. So whatever is from here down, it's going to be the bottom, because you're going to run this up through the base. And then you will screw this down on your post. All right, once you get the post to the height that you want, you're just going to tighten this up on the bottom. This locking collar on the post goes up against the bottom, just like that. All right, so your socket that you have is normally going to have at least one or two protective tubes. One's going to be made out of cardboard, the other one's going to be plastic. So you just take it out of those two containers, and then if you see this little looking collar right here, it's just, your socket's going to set just like this. It's going to screw down and set like that. So I have to connect the power cord. So when you get ready to put the socket on and the power on there, you're just going to run it through this bottom part. Real easy. Pull this wire apart a little bit so you have some kind of stuff to play with a little bit. Then you're just going to put the socket down on this post and just tighten it up on the post some, just like that. Nice and tight. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my wires back a little bit, both sides, and you're going to hook them onto these posts and you screw the post in, and then just pull back anything that you have extra. This is your power, and here's your tabs. You just screw this in. And I will like to point out, if your socket is a little wobbly sometimes, there is a screw right here that tightens it up. See how it's a little wobbly? And if you tighten this little set screw up, it makes it a lot tighter. All right, once you get your socket put on there, you want to put these covers back on it. They just slip over it. All right, so you're going to put the cardboard piece over the socket there, and then you're going to take your plastic one and put it over it also. And that just helps protect it from making contact with anything around it and creating a short. So I'm going to put the bulb in here, and then I'm going to plug it in. Make sure it works, because we don't want to put it together and then it doesn't work. I'm checking my switch, and it's working. So I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to put the top on and attach these two screws to it, these that are holding it together, that hold the bottom on. So we got the lamp put back together. Put it back where it was before. The cord's been hidden up under it. Looks nice, and it's working as well, you can tell.